Last time we saw you, we was leaving Lexington. Now we're headed over by Pilot Grove, just north of I-70. This place has been logged before back in the 90s and again in 2009. But both times it was marked by foresters, and they usually leave borderline trees and some good seed trees. So there's a lot of good white oak to cut, some good red oak, and a lot of hickory. So we're going to get after it. Now the landowner tells us a story that this is called Bootleggers Bend. And allegedly, bootleggers used to store their whiskey in a little cave right there on the bend, and then they'd run it down the river, down the Lamine, and it dumps off into Missouri, just a little ways downstream. From there, the bootleggers would run it over to Boonville, and they'd send it up the bluffs to the speakeasies. Man, those are some crazy times, boy. That's enough of story time. We gotta get to work. Hey, there's Gary loaded a truck. So I'm gonna show you guys how I bore cut like a good white oak. I do this on walnut. I get down on the lower side. And I'll bore in. And I'll keep going until I come out the other side. And I'll leave what I call the front of the tree. That's the direction it's going to fall. So I'll leave that. Make sure I got a little bit holding on to the other side. And I'll cut everything out of the inside of the tree, the whole middle of it. There's a lot of different names for this. Some people call it boot jacking. I just call it boring. I don't know what else to call it. And we'll keep going until I can poke out the other side. And right there. So now we got the front holding. I'm going to go ahead and trim this side up. I like to round my butts up a little bit, make them look decent. There's no need hauling that stuff around. Now I'm going to cut this side off. And then it starts to sit a little bit. So I'm going to cut the front off in case it decides to go. I don't want it to split the tree out. So make sure it sits down all the way. And there it goes. Now I cut this side off. Now the only thing holding the back here. So I'll get in a good spot where I can get away from it. And I'll just start coming around until it decides to go. There, pop. Get out of the way. That takes a little more time to do it like that, but my butts are already trimmed up. So we don't have to trim them up out there and then pick the stuff up out of the field. And it looks a lot better. Now I will hinge cut a straight grain tree, but I hate to do it. So I'll cut right above my hinge, probably an inch or so above where my hinge is. And then I'll go ahead and get the tree ready. I still trim them up. Move around the other side. Cut in all the way to my hinge. Make sure I got that side cut off. Trim it up. Get Dusty over there. Have him open a grapple up a little bit so I got some room. And then I'll let it go. Now going a little above the hinge, you'll see that it broke away from the stump and didn't split up the tree. So I cut my hinge off, make my butt look good. That's what the ladies like. And then we'll be good to go. Now this time of year, the sun comes in more from the south, so shadows really mess with you all day long. I let this tree go and I turn around and run and watch the shadow. Oh, I thought it might be getting me, so I turned around, but it was going the other way.
There's a property line up there.
I've been begging Dusty all day long to go to the gas station and get me some food. So we're looking on the map at the property line.
It's on down there a ways.
And I still want some food.
And then it's on up there a ways. Show me, did you see where the gas station was?
No, it didn't pull it up.
Oh boy.
Pretty cool.
Dusty found these
Dusty.
old pickup cabs down in the ditch. I thought that was pretty cool.
This was a Studebaker. This is a Studebaker too.
You remember how I told you I like to give Uncle John a hard time? He likes to give me a hard time too. So there was a pile of trash here.
There was a bunch of trash here. They must have blown in off the neighbors. That wasn't your pile of trash?
I remember it.
That wasn't your pile of trash? All right. You're trash! Trash!
We're calling for a bunch of rain, so we're trying to get all of our logs out. So Gary's got something to haul in case it does stay wet for a while. I'm taking a little break and making Dusty do all the work. Now we just sit and see what the weather does. We'll get back at it. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!